Welcome and thanks for tuning in to It Be Like That, where any and everything is bound to happen because hell, it be like that. Today, you all, I got a story of some neglectful parents that call themselves going out to dine without their five kids. Not just that, but leaving the five without no supervision to the point where one got out, and that's where everything came out. Let's get right to the story and see what happened.
This is CBS News Miami.
Now at 7, parents arrested in Miami Beach after police say they found the couple's 5 children were left in filthy conditions. We're talking about no food, no electricity, and no clean place to use the bathroom. Good evening. I'm Lauren Pastrana. CBS News Miami's Chelsea Jones is live from Miami Beach with how police say they learned about these horrible conditions. Chelsea?
And Lauren, that is because one of those children, who was only 6 years old, was found running across the street alone. And the person who found that child called 911, and then that child led an officer back here to the apartment, and that's where the officer discovered the other 4 children and those unsuitable living conditions. Take a look at your screens here. In the apartment located on 15th Street on Miami Beach, police found that there was no food in this home and that the children told police they hadn't eaten since the night before at 10 p.m. Now, according to arrest documents, the oldest child told the officer their father often said, "You eat at school, so you don't eat at home," and that the parents would frequently share a meal in the evening without providing food to the children. It also shows upon the officer's inspection of the unit, the apartment had no food, electricity, a working toilet, or functioning stove. The toilet was not operational. It contained stagnant water and feces, and the children reported they had gone without electricity for nearly 2 months. Ultimately, though, police arrested 40-year-old Sanel Canovic and 33-year-old Azra Nikocevic. And those are who police identify as the parents. They both were in bond court yesterday, and they faced child neglect charges and were given $2,500 bond each. Now, we did talk to some neighbors who say they had no idea these children were going hungry and were being neglected. Coming up tonight at 11, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into these living conditions, and we'll bring that for you then. For now, we are live on Miami Beach. I'm Chelsea Jones, CBS News, Miami.
Why the parents would think it would be fine to leave their kids alone like that while they went out and ate is just baffling. That just lets you see how these parents nowadays, no matter how old they are, a lot of them ain't worth shit. I hate to say that, guys. But we can't be, kind about this. Then the father gonna tell the kid, eat at school. So you ain't gotta eat back at home. Nigga, well, you eat at work. You don't think you wanna come home and eat dinner? Yeah, you still gonna wanna eat dinner. That's Everybody else gonna wanna eat dinner. You eat more than one meal a day. You eat more than 2 meals a day. What's wrong with these people? It's okay for their kids to go through it, but they don't want to go through it. That's some sad shit. So check this out. We got a part two to this. Let's see what happens.
Now at 11, a South Florida mother is accused of child neglect after her 6-year-old was found all alone running through the street. Tonight, she's out of jail and speaking exclusively to us.
Police say she and her husband left their 5 kids without food, electricity, and even without a clean toilet. Good evening. I'm Lauren Pastrana.
And I'm Elliot Rodriguez. Tonight, in an interview you'll see only on CBS News Miami, she tells our Chelsea Jones she made a mistake.
I talked to that mom as she made her way back to the front steps of her home after being released from jail. She says she feels bad and she's going to work to get things back on track and get her kids out of protective custody. Now, as for those horrible living conditions, she says she's fallen on hard times. Thanks. We were there when 33-year-old Azra Nikocevic returned to her Miami Beach home after being arrested on New Year's Eve for child neglect.
I'm going to do my best to improve everything and get them back.
Miami Beach police have her 5 kids in child protective custody after her 6-year-old was found running across 15th Street alone. But what happened when police were led back here to the apartment is what landed Azra and her 40-year-old husband, Sanel Canovic, behind bars. Police say they found, the plumbing wasn't on. The electricity hadn't been on for 2 months, the kids say.
Correct. The electricity was off for like a month and a half, and the toilet was clogged. But I'll fix everything.
According to arrest documents, the eldest child, identified in the documents as HC, told police they hadn't eaten since the night before on December 30th. You would give the children $20 to eat sometimes. What about the other times where the children are claiming they went to bed hungry? What do you have to say about that?
They never went to bed hungry. It's just that sometimes they wanted McDonald's or like restaurant food or Cane's, and I didn't allow it.
As police inspected the unit, the officer said it smelled of urine, the plumbing didn't work, and there was stagnant water with feces in the toilet. I asked Azra if times were tough. She said yes. I asked if she was working to get food stamps. She said yes.
I moved here from New York, and it's just the salary's pretty low, and taking care of the kids is very hard.
Azra and Sanel were both booked on child neglect charges. When asked what she wanted people to know following her situation, Azra had this to say.
Take care of your kids. I was focusing more on the job than the kids, and it got to me like the career and stuff. But just take care of your kids and, love them as much as you can.
Both Azra and her husband Sanel were released on their own personal recognizance. They will be back in court for arraignment on January 30th. In Miami Beach, I'm Chelsea Jones, CBS News, Miami.
There you go, you guys. You get it. You got it. She got out. She said she gonna do better. She was focusing more on her career than the kids. And I can believe that to be true. I mean, a lot of us, go through that. Like she said, they moving from New York now in Miami. The salary, like she said, is kind of low. So, that might be a little dent in her pocket and stuff. So, we got to give it a little bail, you guys. I mean, that might be the situation. She, seemed like she understand what happened, acknowledging it, and, willing to work toward making it better. And that's a lot more than what a lot of these parents in these situations, from what we all have noticed, been up to say and do.